hello, how are you? I'm Pia. Let's talk about my reading plans for March. So I have, as the title would suggest, concocted a sort of scheme for March. I've been noticing my reading habits in these past 2 months, and I've been reading a lot, which is great. I've been reading a lot of different things, which is also great, but I haven't really been like loving what I've been reading. I've had some 5 stars here and there, but I feel like I've just been pushing myself to read things based on TBRs and videos and just like things that I have said that I wanted to read, and it's just not been fun. Like, I haven't been having the fun in my reading that I've wanted to. It mostly is my own fault because I get these ambitious, lofty goals at the beginning of the month that I'm gonna do this in this video and read, you know, 8 books for this, and then I just don't want to. Like, I am a mood reader in my heart and soul, so this month I'm going to be doing mood read March. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've seen other people do this. It might be a thing, I don't know. I don't think any idea is new, so I'm sure someone else has done this or thought of this before, but I haven't personally seen it. So this month I'm basically just going to be mood reading. There's only one video that I'm going to be doing this month that has a set TBR, and I'll let you know what it is in a minute. But the rest, I'm literally just going to show you some things I might read, and I'm going to make my vlog, my reading vlogs for the month of March to just be chill, you know, just be reading what I want to be reading. I'm hoping this goes better. To get started, the one set TBR video that I'm going to be doing is reading the ACOTAR series. I've never read this, and I think it would be really silly and fun to read all of these books. God, I don't even know how many there are. It's in my Notion, I swear. Are there 4? Does not matter. I'm going to be reading these for a video in a like spoilery fun vlog, and that's the only one I have planned. Now I'm gonna get to some of the books that I just think I might pick up. I'm getting from the library. I have a small stack here with me of physical books and just like a bunch of things that I can choose from during the month, or not, you know, depending on the vibe. So first here I have It Goes Like This. This is a book that I bought, it feels like forever ago now. I keep looking at this because I really feel like I'm going to love it. Some of the books that I did enjoy that I picked up so far this year have been these like YA contemporaries that I really steered clear from last year because of my whole writing my book process. But now that I'm like letting myself read them again, it is so fun, and this is one I've been thinking about and looking at and staring at on my shelves for a long time. This I know is about a like group of teens in a band and their kind of various relationships, and it just like seems like it has everything that I want in a cute contemporary right now, and it's just stunning. I know this author is also coming out with a new book this year, so hopefully I will have found a new favorite author. Someone just like honked. And it's also a debut, so I think I'm just like in the mood for these kind of like cute fun contemporaries, especially if it's queer. Like my current mood of my mood reading is just like queer YA contemporaries. So speaking of YA contemporaries, I have another one here, and that is Better Together by Christine Riccio. This is about 2 sisters. I think it's like a Parent Trap style story. It's reminding me a lot of, oh gosh, Emma Lord's book You Have a Match. It gives me a similar vibe, but I do know it's pitched as like a Parent Traps type of story. Freaky Friday meets the Parent Trap, yes. We have like 2 sisters who didn't know of the other's existence, I guess, and live on opposite sides of the country. And I honestly, I might be the minority, but I did really enjoy Christine's first book. Back when I read it, I've met her. She's very cool. I've like chatted with her online as well, and she's just like a very down-to-earth cool person. She's also from New Jersey, and one of the characters is from New Jersey, I believe. So I am very excited. It is a big book. I definitely know like kind of what I'm in for, I feel like, at this point with her writing, even though this is her sophomore novel. There's gotta be romance, there's gonna be like a good sibling relationship, and it's gonna most of all be like fun and funny and like lighthearted, and that seems like I guess what I'm looking for, at least as of filming this. I also should mention I am in a book club at my school. I'm actually the vice president, and we, as I'm filming this, have not picked a book. By the time this is up, we will have picked the book, so I will put it up on the screen. Our theme this month is mysteries and thrillers. I don't really read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, so I'm interested to be reading one with the squad. They're some of the most like fun to like talk about because there's so many like theories and twists and stuff. I think it's gonna be a fun discussion. Now let's go to my library and see. I got very overwhelmed with my library copies that were all coming in at once. I have since kind of cleared them. I was like, I just like deliver later. I can't. Let's see what's gonna be coming in this month from my library. I adore my Libby app. I worship it religiously. The Goldfinch. My dad's reading The Goldfinch right now, or he's supposed to be. I just took it out from the library for him. Some books that I'm thinking about reading from the library are You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This book I've seen everywhere, but I still don't think I could come up with like a good synopsis for it. It seems like a like love story of sorts. It has gotten so many awards. I don't know if it's necessarily a romance. It seems like a kind of more hard-hitting romance if it is one. I've just wanted to read it for a really long time, and it's been on hold for a minute, so. And then I also am hoping to finish Lessons in Chemistry if I'm in the mood for it. This was a book I started reading for my Goodreads Choice Awards vlog, and I got like halfway through it, I think. But it's a very slow story, and it's a story that's kind of a slice of life maybe in some ways. So there's not like necessarily like an overarching like plot, at least that I could discern, and it definitely is like slow and like parts of it are heavy, like covering kind of darker topics. I just realized I'm using natural lighting. Anyway, it wasn't conducive for that vlog because I was like trying to read that stuff in like a week, and like also it was just like slow and I was having a hard time physically reading it. So I'm on hold for the audiobook, so hopefully it will come in this month and hopefully I will want to read it by then. And then I also have Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo on hold. Like these are like all my like really long holds that I'm finally gonna be getting in the next couple of weeks. This is the sequel to Ninth House. I read Ninth House when it came out, I guess. I actually got sent a copy of it. Crazy, back when I was a Book of the Month rep. Book of the Month, hey. If you're watching, hit a girl up. I miss you. Yeah, and I remember enjoying it. I don't know if I could really tell you why, but this is about kind of like a secret society in Yale, about a unreliable narrator, and the end of this book, the end of Ninth House specifically, ends on like a bang, really. And so I've heard mixed things about the sequel. I've heard people love it, people hate it. So I'm interested. I feel like the biggest thing that I'm hearing right now is it definitely feels like a bridge book. Like it feels like just bridging that gap between the first and the third, which is what it is. Hopefully it's a good time. And then I have a nonfiction coming in. I love nonfiction. Again, if I'm in the nonfiction mood. Everything I Need I Get From You. This is about like fan culture and like parasocial relationships, and specifically I believe it focuses on like directioners. And with Louis Tomlinson's documentary coming out in March, yes, I will be, like literally like, when is March 22nd? Like what day of the week is that? It better be a Friday. If it's not, I'm like literally taking off school. It's a Wednesday? I can watch it on that Thursday. Anyway, I just find like parasocial relationships so interesting, and like fan culture to be just so crazy, and like I would love to read a book about it. So I'm gonna read a book about it. And then the last book, again, this is just like such a free flow loose video of me being like, these are the books I'm gonna have on hand, but who knows what I'll be reading. Stay tuned for the vlogs. But one that I definitely need to read, needs to be done by March 4th or March 3rd. Ideally. And that is Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm planning on doing a reread. I'm planning on physically reading this also for the first time. I listened to the audiobook twice. I read it first in 2019, listening to the audiobook. I think I also might have read along a little bit, and then I basically just like gave it to everyone, and I was like, please read this book. I gave it to my parents and they like both loved it. And then I read it again when Malibu Resin came out, because they were like, there's an Easter egg of like the character, and it was like one sentence. But I read it anyway. And then yeah, now I'm going to be reading it. I'm hoping to annotate it as well. I love this book. Like I said, it's gonna be my third time reading it, so if you didn't know, there's going to be a Prime adaptation of this book. It's going to be a series. I want to say it has 9 episodes, but they're going to be coming out like stupidly. But I'm really excited to reread this because it has been 2 years, I guess, and compare it to the show. I have a series on my channel called Read, React, Review, where I read a book and then react to the adaptation and then do a final review recap of it, and I'm planning on doing one for this. I also am hosting a little bit of a Daisy Jones get together with some of my friends. I just need to like give a little refresher, and like I'm already like back in my Daisy Jones era, and I'm so happy that so many people are getting exposed to this book and the show, because my Fleetwood Mac era was like last year, and I'm always in my Fleetwood Mac era and my Rumors era. Aurora is just so good. Like Honeycomb is my favorite song. So I am going to be doing a reread of this and a whole video for it, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Other than that, I don't have a lot of like videos planned besides like my ACOTAR series one and my Daisy Jones book one, book and movie, book and show. So if you have any ideas, or if you're just cool with like weekly or like bi-weekly reading vlogs where I'm just telling you about what I'm currently reading and there's not necessarily a rhyme or reason for it, let me know about that, because I used to do that and I bought off. So let me know if you guys are mood readers, or if you're planning on also just like taking a break from the TBR this month and joining me in Mood Read March. I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited to just like see where my reading takes me and kind of just go with every whim that I feel like at the moment, and like what that's gonna look like by the end of the month. Like, am I gonna read more? Am I gonna read less? Am I gonna have more like higher rated books? Am I gonna, yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested to like statistically look at it. We shall see. I'm very excited to do this experiment. Make sure to stay tuned for all of those fun things. You can follow me on Goodreads as well to get my kind of more speedy updates, or my Instagram, which is always down below. And with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, and I will see you in my next video.